This next recipe is all about the sea. Obviously, when you are plant-based, you seem to forget that you can actually have the flavor of the sea without having the animals that live into the sea. So for that, you need to make sure that you get a good combination of seaweeds and vegetables that enhance the flavor of the sea. For that, fennel is one of the most important vegetables you want to have when you want to create something around the sea, like for this dish. So what we are going to do first, it's a broth that really tastes like the sea. A bit like if you were walking by the sea and you were smelling, and then oh wow, that really smells like the sea. Well, this is what we are going to do today. Okay, so we need a bit of celery, a bit of carrot, fresh thyme, fennel, a bit of carrots, a bit of leek, and a bit of celery. So it's just roughly, you don't need to chop them thin, just roughly chopped is perfectly fine. With that, a bit of fresh thyme, and very important, a couple, actually 3 garlic cloves. You don't need to peel them, just smash them so they release their flavor. Up. As always, a bit of olive oil in my pan, my vegetables, very important, no salt. No salt at all in this one. So here I've got the vegetable base for my broth, but I need to bring the sea flavors, and for that, what better than to put some seaweed. So you can find those dry seaweeds in any good supermarket. Here I've got some kombu here, and I've got some normal dry seaweed. So you put your seaweed like that with the vegetables, and you let them. I can already feel the aroma of the sea, which is beautiful. I'm gonna add my classic bouillon, vegetable bouillon. Up. I'm gonna let them. This usually cook for about 20-30 minutes, no more, because although the seaweed's got a lot of flavors, after 20 minutes or 30 minutes there is no more flavor that comes out of it. And if you leave it too long to cook, it actually turns a little bit bitter. So it's important to cook this broth for about 30 minutes. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna let this. This dish is all about how a root vegetable can actually get so much flavor by touching something you not usually touch, which is the flavor of the sea. So parsnips are perfect for that because they are light, actually, and they can take a lot of flavors. And because it's not a too strong vegetables, they just bring the right amount of plant in this dish, which is all around the flavor of the sea. So I'm just gonna prepare my parsnips. It looks natural, even though it's a combination of the the sea and the land in one broth. This is a dish in itself. Anyway, so I'm just gonna cut my parsnips into two, and that will do one per person if you are doing a starter, and perhaps two per person if you are doing a main course with parsnips. And the twist to this dish is to bring, although it's going to be very much like the flavor of the sea, it's nice to have something caramelized and sweet, but very vegetal, that comes and add another layer of flavor. And for that, we are going to use those plums, which we are going to caramelize and serve with some pistachio that we are going to break. And so there is a crunchiness of the pistachio, the sweetness, yet the acidity of the plum with the softness of the parsnips and the flavor of the sea. It's not something we will have ever created if we were using animals. This is the beauty of plant-based cooking, is there is so many ingredients that can come into one dish, and they usually work very well together. And this dish is just perfect when you cook them all together. It needs to be cooked. Parsnips can take a little bit of heat, and it's nice to be able to pan fry them in order to give a little bit of coloration, just to make them look golden brown. So it's going to look much more appetizing when we are going to plate it. And for that, a normal pan, high heat, in olive oil, and we are going to let them take a little bit of coloration. When I do this, I'm going to prepare my plums. So plums, obviously, there is a little pips inside, which we are going to remove. There we go. Same process for the plum, except I put a bit of olive oil, and then I will add a bit of maple syrup, just to help them caramelize. So just put the plums around like that. Oops. My parsnips needs to be nicely colored, so they get a good flavor. My seaweed broth is ready, so I'm just gonna pass it through the sieve. And I'm gonna use this to cook my parsnips. And this is when the sea is meeting the land. This is when the delicious seaweed broth comes and get into the parsnips. And then when we are going to eat the parsnip, we are going to feel, wow, how did you manage to get the sea flavor into the parsnips? Well, it's happening just right now in front of our eyes. Okay, so we're going to let that cook. Meanwhile, I'm going to prepare some little salad leaves, which will come on the top of the dish just to bring some crunchiness into these different layers of I don't think I have a lid, so I'm gonna put this over it, okay? Just while I cook it. While this cooks, I'm gonna prepare some of this. Just gonna chop it roughly. And I'm gonna add it to the plums, because pistachio and plums very well. Up. Okay, so now we're gonna have to wait for 10 minutes. Tidy up a bit while I do this. So we've got our beautiful parsnips now, which have been cooking in this beautiful broth made out of delicious seaweed. See, they are ready. And then our plums are also ready, because they have been cooking in their own jus with the pistachio. And you see they are just nice and soft, perfectly caramelized. Oh yeah. So my parsnips are very soft. They have retained their shape, even though they are filled with the flavor of the sea. And then plum and pistachio. Then I have this beautiful broth from the sea. I'm gonna... This is almost like a fish soup, you know, soupe de poisson, except there's no fish. I can smell the aroma. It's like if I was walking on a beach by the sea and the delicious sweet smell of the sea was coming towards me. Well, it's here and it's ready for you to eat. Enjoy.